So welcome, thank you. I know a lot of you have returned to us from our session last week, so thank you very, very much. My name is Marie Gaynor, and I am a leadership development coach in Central Florida. And joining me tonight are also leadership development coaches Pat James and Shakira Torres. So Pat, are you with us tonight?
I am, and welcome everyone.
Thank you. And how about you, Shakira?
Good evening, everyone.
Great. I want to thank my partners in crime for joining and helping. So we are doing this for the entire area. Those of you that have never met our senior coach, Elaine. I don't know, is Elaine with us? Let me look. Okay, I don't see Elaine. He'll probably pop on before we're through, and we'll let him say a few words. But thank you for joining, and let's go ahead and jump right in. So it's brag time. Let's celebrate any good things that are going on in your business, especially anything that's happened since our last call. So what have you achieved? Let's shout it out. So in the chat box, let us know. Has anything been happening in your business that you want to brag about? Come on. I want to hear. I see that Mary's on, and I know that Mary had a potential recruit, so hopefully she's got a new recruit signed up. Anybody else? Anything good since last week? Oh, Lolita says, new team members thanks to the $10 deal. That is fantastic. Come on. How about the rest of you? There's got to be something good.
Marie Shonda says, I've gotten 3 new recruits and hit my goal in Bronze Ambassador.
Oh my gosh, I missed that. Congratulations, Chandra. That's great. All right. Well, that is good news. Let's see. Okay, Mary says, one promised to register on Friday. That's great. So this $10 incentive, the Share the Love, is really helping us out. So great. So now that we're pumped and ready, let's take a look at what this session is all about. Okay, so by the end of the session, you'll be able to define outreach and the impact it has on your business, right? You'll be able to apply key strategies to achieve success, and you'll be able to identify what's next for you. But let's kick this session with a quick review of last session's Ready, Set, Grow actions to ensure that we just keep them fresh. All righty. So last session, Ready, Set, Grow actions included completing your memory jogger. Hopefully you've done that. And for those of you that were not able to join us last week, all those documents were attached to that recording. So make sure you download those and check it out. But we also talked about sending out a suggested message to the people that were on your list, and then of course following up by calling everyone you sent a message to on your list and connecting with your upline leader or of course your area coach to schedule a one-on-one coaching time. And lastly, we challenge you to add one or more people to your team before this session. And it's really exciting to realize that that these have been the reason we had so much to celebrate today with those of you that were able to add people to your team. So congratulations. So it's clear that many of you are having great success, and I want to encourage you to continue with this excitement and the momentum you have going right now, and just continue growing. So keep working on the things that we talked about last week, and then of course the things that we're going to cover with you this week. But remember, last session we talked about the importance of always adding to your list of contacts, and the memory jogger is a great tool to help you. So in the chat box, I want to ask, with the help from that memory jogger, has your list grown, or how has it grown? I mean, go ahead and let us know. Did that help you any? So while we wait for responses, Cheryl says that she has 9 new team members and a new bronze ambassador. Congratulations, that's really great. So maybe you've not had an opportunity to really go through. Let's say, okay, so Chandra says, yes, it's helped tons. So that memory jogger just really reminds you of everybody that you come in contact with that maybe you just fail to think of, right? When you're out and you're trying to find new customers and new team members. So make sure you check out that memory jogger. And you can find this also on Vibe. So if you can't find the email that we sent out last Tuesday that has a copy of this, you can get it from Vibe as well. All right. So anybody else want to add? All right. Okay, so especially for Chandra, it's definitely no secret that you're believing in your skills and in your business, and those of you that are growing certainly using this is going to help you out. Christine says it's been very good at helping me. Good. I'm glad to hear that, Christine. All right, so now Pat's going to take you through the O in our boss approach. So let me get you over to that screen. Take it away, Pat.
Thank you, Marie. So I'm glad everyone's had a pretty exciting week. And when we talked last week about the B in the boss approach, the B is all about your belief. And it's the belief in yourself and in your goals. And it's directly tied to the outreach. When you practice the outreach, this is when your belief really takes action. So you've started your list, and you've used the triangle layers and the memory jogger, and you've even, started to reach out to some of these new prospects. But many of you have even empowered others, as I'm seeing, wow, lots of team growth, lots of success with the new $10 incentive. So as you've empowered others to start their own Avon business, I'm sure, you want to add more to your team as well. So I really want to say to you that recruiting, and I like to refer to it also as offering the opportunity, is really simple. It's you just sharing your passion and excitement for Avon's products and opportunity in your everyday life and in your everyday conversations. And this is what we call outreach. It's a really crucial part of your business. And, you may also know this referred to many times as prospecting. And if you haven't heard about prospecting before, don't worry. Prospecting is what you call it when you make connections with people who will be your customers or your future teammates as well. Since outreach is so important to your business, this session, we're going to take a deeper dive into outreach. Next slide, please. Thank you. So if outreach is when your belief takes action, let's talk about the best way to grow the 5x5 system. We've already established that you have a large list of contacts, and between using that memory jogger and the triangle layers, you have put quite a list together, I'm sure. So you've reached out maybe to some of the people on the list, but probably not everyone. Don't worry. There's a simple system to do that. At Avon, we reach out with what's called a 5x5 system. We talk to 5 people a day, 5 days a week. That's 25 contacts in a week. Or as we like to say, 25 potential opportunities in 1 week alone. Our most successful representatives make this 5x5 a weekly habit. And then they show their teams how to do the same thing. So we know that opportunity is all about your customers and referrals from your customers. Now, I know that many of you, are probably wondering, if you've limited your list. And the answer is no. Your list is just a starting point. It's a way to get your feet wet. But now that we've talked about contacts we already have, which is your list, we can talk about the opportunities that cross your path every day. While out and about, we start conversations with people that we don't even know. And we like to call these chance encounters. And you can see it's an unlikely, unexpected, unplanned, brief meeting between two people that occurs anywhere. Chance encounters are really just unexpected and unplanned. It could be at the grocery store or in a waiting room, or even when you're, at the hairdresser's getting your hair cut. So I would like to see in the chat box, if anyone can think right now to tell me, when and where did you have a chance encounter recently? Where you just started a conversation, chatting with someone? Anyone? Supermarket, oil change, beauty shop, yeah. Doctor's office, exactly. That's it. You got it. That's exactly what we're talking about. Would someone, mind typing in the chat box? What did you say? What did you say to just initiate that conversation? Anything quick that you said to the person? Oh, and I see Wendy's. Someone asked about jewelry. They saw the Avon tag. So conversations just got started naturally. Hello, you have a beautiful smile, like that. Gave them 2 books. Oh, these are good. Very good. Everyone's getting it. That's how we do it. Chance encounter. But there's places that we sometimes forget about and go, wow, that's typically a chance encounter location. And that could be a friend's birthday party. It could be happy hour. It could be shopping, of course. As we said, grocery stores are great because people are standing there and sometimes chit chat along the way. Block parties in your neighborhood or community events, businesses where you're waiting, and we all know what that's like, the oil change and the doctor's offices, and even at retirement homes and in communities like that. When we're visiting people or when we go in and we're talking to the staff. And, sometimes I know that you might say, oh, it feels maybe a little uncomfortable to just start up a conversation with a stranger. But, I want you to think about a couple of things. Probably the first one is that you might never, ever see that person again in your life. Or who knows, you might be seeing that person a lot because they are potential team members of yours. So it's kind of, you can laugh about that later. But really, you probably never see these people again. And 2, actually believing in yourself and your mission. You're there actually to bring an opportunity to someone who may really need it. We don't know what people's needs are when we first start these conversations. So you could be doing something for someone that's far greater than you can even imagine. So now what I'd like to do is actually talk about how you can connect with people during these encounters. It's important to have an easy way to open the conversations. And we have a couple of good options here. The first is, of course, to find common ground and to ask what's called open-ended questions to get the other person talking. So you might say to the person in the grocery store, wow, this line is long. And, someone says, oh, who has time for that? And you might say, wow, what would you rather be doing? Another option could be, she's going to say yes, of course. And, and wow, you look nice. What do you do? And then you always ask, of course we do. How do you like it? So, if you're at the PTA and you're sitting down next to someone and you don't know them, okay, think about what could you possibly be saying to them to actually start a conversation. Anyone have any thoughts on that? How you could open a conversation with someone? What's your favorite Avon product? Yes, if you're talking to them. Yeah. Anyone else? Just a conversation starter? Well, I will tell you a second option. Let's see. I don't think I've seen you before. A compliment. Cheryl, you went right into what I'm going to talk about right this moment. Thank you. Asking, are you new to the area? I like that one. That's really important because people new to the area frequently are looking to meet new people, make friends. But the compliment thing, we have an option, of course, to compliment people, but we have to remember, always make it sincere. You never want to sound fake. You never want to make that other person feel uncomfortable. So, we went over these words here, and they're just words. And I encourage you, think of some for yourself. Be your own natural self. And so when you are asking open-ended questions, you're actually getting a response. You're not asking just a yes or no. So I see here that people have used a compliment, and I will also say that you will receive many compliments the more Avon you have on. That's how I see many times when I'm places, and a lot of the people I talk to in my territory tell me they're wearing the Avon jewelry, they're wearing the clothes, and people say, that is so cute. Where did you get that? We do that with everyone. We see nice shoes, we see jewelry. We're wearing a perfume and someone says, oh, you smell so good. What is that? Or a lipstick color. So you see the compliments go both ways, and it's an opening for you to start a really great conversation with someone. But when you're giving those compliments, remember, always make it sincere. And of course, when you're making the new connections, and once you connect and they're talking, you really do want to find out what matters to these people very much. It's so important. So in all conversations, whether they're with people you met or people that you really already know, it's important to ask the open-ended questions to get to know what they need and want. Because when you know what's important, you'll be able to share how the opportunity with Avon can make a difference in their life. And we're going to talk about this when we say, how is your job going? How do you do it, managing your family and a career? What do you think is the hardest part of staying home with your kids? Tell me about what you do. Why do you like to volunteer so much with the PTA? If you could change your situation, what would you change? If you notice these questions, why, what, how, who, when, tell me more. It gets people talking. You're not asking a yes and no question. So when you open your questions with why, what, how, who, when, and tell me more, it draws them out and it lets them expand the answer. I know it's not easy, but it's a really good way to get a conversation going. And I suggest that, you develop your own list of some open-ended questions. Just jot a few things down as you're thinking about it. And that way, when you're out and about, you're more prepared. It's kind of like practicing. But be interested in every conversation you're having, not interesting. This is not about you. This is about them. Always remain so interested. People can tell when you're paying attention. And everyone likes conversations to be about them or what they're looking for, their needs and wants. So it makes them feel good and it makes them feel, cared about. And, you're going to make a really good impression by being a very caring person and taking that time with them to find out. So when the person feels good, you're starting to build a relationship with them. And it always happens when you're acting interested. So just remember, be interested, not interesting. And with that, I'm going to let someone else take you into the next section, and that's Shakira.
Thank you, Pat. Good evening, everyone. And yes, thank you, Pat, for sharing those ways, a couple of ways of outreach opportunities. And I want to give you a couple of more examples of how you can create outreach opportunities. And one of them is hosting Facebook parties. Who likes Facebook? How much time do you dedicate in your daily basis doing your, posting on your Facebook page about your Avon business? Can you type it on the chat box? Come on, no one? Marie, can you help me with the chat box, please?
Sure. So Francis says about 3 hours a day. Cheryl averages about 3/4 of an hour for her business, and I guess that's each day. So how about the rest of you? How much time do you spend? Alicia says 3 or 4 hours for business. That's a lot of time, right?
Wow.
Yeah, 3 to 4 hours, Cheryl.
So
So
it's
that is a lot of
about
time.
20 hours a week,
So
right?
three, is that, are we talking about weekly? Are they saying weekly or daily? Each week?
Each week or daily? Daily.
Daily. Cheryl says daily. Francis says daily. Wow, ladies, that's a lot of time. Oh my
Sure it
goodness.
is. So that's
Sonia
why.
says 1 to 2 hours a day. 1 to 2 hours a day, Sonia.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So that's why I'm sharing this great opportunity of outreach because I know that many people spend a lot of time in their social media, right? And this is a good opportunity for you to reach out to many, many people in just a short time, right? So, one of the things that I wanted to share in just 5 simple steps, how can you host a Facebook party? Okay. Step one, select your hostess or host and select the date and the time. Any night works great except Friday or Saturday. Okay, 9 p.m. is the average. That seems to be the best time, and it's usually the time people are home and settled in. So once you select your hostess or host, the time and date, then you create your Facebook event. Okay, as Marie mentioned at the beginning of this call, this webinar, we have, you can download it. We have the Facebook hosting a Facebook party quick guide. You can download it and you can use it for your benefit because it has a lot of more details with the steps to how you can host your very own Facebook party. Okay. The step number 3 is to drive attendance. And that part is very critical because when you are hosting a party, even if it's a Facebook party or it's a face-to-face meeting, it's very important that you drive that attendance. And how can you do that? Through a Facebook party, you can send e-bikes through the internet or online. You can send emails, you can send text, you can send also PMs or private messages. You can do personal calls or you can post it on your social media as well. And the words to use are very important for this case because you want to reach out as many people as you can, right? So one of the examples that you can use to host a Facebook party is to join me for a fun-filled Avon Facebook party, see the latest Avon trends, products, and of course, we're going to have giveaways and a lot of prizes. Be or make sure that you put the date and the time. That is very, very important when you want to drive attendance. And don't forget to put the link of your Avon Facebook party as well. Okay? The step 4 is to party. Be social with everybody and let them have the opportunity to participate as well. You can also have some guests that they can share their successful situation in every case, and also shout out, celebrate your attendees, game winners. If you have someone that purchased online, shout out also, and also those who join in the comments, recognize them as well. And the step 5 is the follow-up. I think that the follow-up is critical in this case and in every case. Even if you are doing prospecting in the field, the follow is very important. and it is called the call to action. How can you engage them to continue with maybe as a customer, or if to continue to be interested in joining the Avon? If you want people to shop or join, tell them and give them a link where they can do it. Okay, that is very, very important in every meeting or a party. Okay, go ahead, Marie. Okay, excellent, thank you. So another way to be prepared is that we have couple of outcomes, okay? And you have to be prepared for every outcome. Knowing that as you make all these connections with new people, you will always invite them to join your team. You need to be prepared for every outcome. What will you do if they say yes? What about if they are not sure or maybe? What about if they present some obstacles or if they say no? Okay, our focus today will be in what you can do when someone says yes or maybe. I know the biggest fear is to get a no or an obstacle, but don't be afraid. That gets easier the more you talk to people. Discuss what to do when you hear obstacles or no's. During your one-on-one, your mentor will be able to coach you through your fears on a more personal level. Today, we're going to ensure you're ready when someone says yes or maybe. The last thing you want is to lose a new team member because you weren't ready, right? Okay, so if you hear yes, be ready to get started, okay? As for the things you need to get her started, make a positive first impression, and your upline or coach is ready to do a three-way call, okay? If you hear maybe, demonstrate your belief. Help her see the benefits more clearly, okay? And use tools to reaffirm her belief in Avon. Go ahead, Marie, with the next slide. So this is a way of how can you get started with someone that says yes, okay? You want them to get started right away. So we call it now, you're ready now, okay? What tools do you have ready now? So one of them is the daily care collection, right? But first, you have to help them choose the best starter kit for them. As you all know, we have introduced a new starter kit, which is just $10, and it's a limited time incentive. It's valid through August 6th, and I think Maria and Pat is gonna talk a little bit more about it later on. But when you help them choose the best starter kit for them, they can feel more secure of what they're gonna do, right? So once you help them choose the best starter kit for them, how or what tools do you have ready now to help them build their first order? So can you type it on the chat box? What ready now tools do you have to share with your new representative immediately, once or right after they sign up? Can you type it on the chat box? Mary Alston says the daily care flyer. Absolutely, Mary. So one of the tools that you can share with them ready now is the daily care collection. Okay, what else do you have ready now? Their e-store. Absolutely, Cheryl. Thank you. So you have the daily care collection and the online store, because once they sign up, they will have right away their online store, so you can help them build their first order, right? So with the daily care collection and the e-store, that's already now in order for them to build the first order, because you have the ready next. But the ready next, what is it? The ready next will be their starter kit when they receive it, and then their brochures, the physical brochures, right? But if they are on fire, if they are excited, keep them the excitement. So with that, you sharing the daily care collection and the online store, you can help them to keep that excitement. Okay, can you go ahead, Marie, with the next slide? All right, so one of the things that you, and this is a new one, how can you be prepared for every outcome, is that once you have that person saying yes, that demonstrate their interest in signing up, once they sign up, help them calculate their order size to generate first order earnings. Okay, how can you do that? This we call it the success formula. The success formula is to help you and help your new representative understand what do they need in their first order to make their desired earnings happen. So this is an example. And I'm going to give you more details about it so you can have more understanding. So the success formula, you started with conversations, right? When you are with that new representative and started those conversations and they are ready now, what will be your first question to the new representative? What will be that question? Marisa, how much do you want to earn this week? Absolutely. So allow them to tell you how much they would like to earn in the next week or in the next 2 weeks. Either way, okay? So once you have their desired earnings, and the example that we have now is that new representative tells you that they need $125. Okay, that's their desired earnings. Once you have that specific amount, you multiply it by 2.5. And why 2.5? Because 2.5 is based on the 40% of earnings for the new representative. You know that on the Kickstart program, in their first 7 campaigns, they can earn 40%, right? So that's the 2.5 is based on the 40%. So that new representative say 125. If you multiply it by 2.5, that equals to $313. So that person needs to sell $313 in their first 2 weeks, right? But you are there to help them build that order, that first order. How can you do that? How can you help them build that order? Can you put it on the chat box? If you have a new representative that her desired earnings is 125, you multiply by 2.5, and you have the amount that they need to sell, 313. How can you help that new representative to build that order, the first order? Remember the daily care collection? So divide it by $20, because the daily care collection is $20. If you divide it by 20, the 313, that person needs to sell 16 bundles, and they will get the 125 earnings. What do you think about that? Do you think that it's gonna work? Yes? No? Love it. All right. Okay, so what about if, because you might think, oh, so they have to sell bundles. It's not just to sell bundles. This is just an example. The average order size will be $20. So if you are helping them to promote their online store, they can be able also to sell from their brochure through the online. So if they have customers that buy from their online store, that will help them to build the 313 order in their first 2 weeks. Okay? I think that this is very important for you to ask the question about how much they would like to earn, because as Patricia mentioned before, it's not about you, it's about them. So let them give you the specific amount they want to earn. Based on that, then you do the success formula. Because I know that many of you probably on the Kickstart program, it says that if they sell 150 either in their first or second order, don't impose the amount. Let them give you the amount they would like to earn. So with that, this success formula, I can guarantee you that they're gonna stick with you and they're gonna stay for a long time in Avon. And you want that, right? As a leader, as a mentor, you want your team members stay in their Avon business, right? Okay, any questions so far about it? About the success formula? What do you think about it? Do you love it? It's easy, right? Okay, I have some of them. Says Media Mojica says, once you put in on them, they will be more excited and it's an incentive. Absolutely, Media. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. All right, so there is another way that you can be prepared for every outcome, and it's the connection card. And you also have it in your materials. You can download it as well. So this connection card is when someone demonstrates that I'm not sure if I should, signing up as an Avon rep, or someone that says maybe. So that probably happened, but you have this connection card, and you can think about the next steps you might recommend to further demonstrate your belief in the opportunity. You want to help her see the benefits even more clearly. So some examples might be share more information with her using the recruiting flyer, share your passion for the products using the samples and brochure. Your passion is powerful. Share your business card with her so she knows you mean business. This is not just a spiel. Invite her to an upcoming opportunity party. She prefers online, no problem. Use your phone and share your virtual business card. Leverage Avon social and share some of the YouTube Zizzle videos. And of course, remember how important it is to get a person's contact information if they don't say yes. To get started right away, you can use the connection card to do so. Okay? All right, so now with that being said, I'm going to turn it over Marie.
Thank you, Shakira. Oh my gosh, a lot of great information. And I love the Southeast Success Plan. I know that it's now rolled out nationwide, but it did start here in the Southeast. And the representatives, the leaders that are using that are really getting a lot of great success. So we're going to be sending you the replay of this. So if you want to go back and revisit that piece of the presentation, make sure you check it out. So what's going to be key to your success is your follow-up. And so here are some sales statistics, and many of you may have seen this in the past, but bear with me, I'm going to read through it. 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and stop. 12% of salespeople only make 3 contacts and stop. Only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. 2% of sales are made on the first contact. 3% of sales are made on the second contact. 5% of sales are made on the third contact. 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact. But Listen to this statistic. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. So bottom line, and this is not just selling products, but this is also selling the opportunity. If somebody should be interested in hearing more about the opportunity, and when you first return their phone call or you've met them and you follow up, don't give up because it might take 5, 6, 7 or more contacts before that person finally says yes. I remember talking to one of our top leaders years ago, and you've probably heard of her. Her name is Vondell Ross. I asked Vondell, how long do you keep your leads? Like, how long do you keep them? She used to carry them around in like a index box, before we had all this great technology on the computer. She said, I call them continuously. I will just move it from one month to the next. The only time that name goes out of my box is when I call that person's number and the person on the other line tells me that that person passed away. So she never gave up on her potential leads. So I just think this is a really good statistics to share with you guys, and certainly keep calling not only your potential customers but your potential team members as well. All right. Okay, so Shakira talked a little bit about this, and just as a reminder, because we shared this information last week and we'll continue to share it with you until the incentive stops, but we have an incentive called Share the Love. It's a limited time offer for $10. Your potential new team members can get this terrific kit. As you can see, it's a $71 value, but it ends August 6th. So if you're going to RepFest, you need to get busy tomorrow, Wednesday, before you leave out Thursday, Friday, and get this information out to your potential leads. So don't hesitate. Don't wait until the last minute. You want them to be on your team now. So it's really exciting, right? So your new team members, for the cost of a lunch, can start a business, right? And when they keep their business going, so when they join your team for $10, or they can choose still the $25 kit or the $50 kit, because they'll still get to play in the incentive no matter which kit they choose. But when they keep their business going and growing, the perks keep coming. So as you can see in their first campaign, and they have to submit within one campaign of joining. So if their order has to be quick, within one campaign of them joining for them to play in this incentive. But they'll get 2 more of the Best of Beauty sampler packs and 5 more brochures. Then in their second campaign, as long as they submit a second order of $150, they'll be rewarded for continuing to get more, right? They're going to get 5 more brochures and another gift, the Share the Love tote, to carry around and display all their favorite products. And in their third campaign, if cumulatively in their first 3 orders they have sold a total of $500 or more, they're going to get this $100 premium kit, which, by the way, is a $400 value, but they would have had to pay $100 to get this kit prior to this incentive. So look at all that's available. It is amazing. In that premium kit, included with the full-size products, they get 20 full-size products, but they're going to get 20 more brochures and 50 samples. It is a beautiful bag. As you can see, it has a little pink insert that they can load up with brochures and samples and lift that out, and if they don't want to carry the big bag, but the big bag opens and it's just a beautiful display bag. So hopefully you can entice your new people to grow their order, help them realize their customers by using the memory jogger, and build their customer base and help them achieve all 3 levels of this incentive. Okay. So I want to ask, we've talked a lot, right? We've talked about a lot during the session, but now I want to hear from you. Share with us in the chat box, what are some of your aha moments from tonight's session? So what was an aha moment? Come on, somebody. Any aha moments about anything that was shared with Pat, Shakira, myself? We have a really quiet group tonight. Nobody had an aha moment? I mean, personally, I love the Facebook. Okay, Cheryl says she likes the 5x5. Love that, Cheryl. If you use the 5x5 system, Monday through Friday, reaching out to 5 new people every day, that will really grow your business big. Anybody else? Okay, if not, we'll move on. But Cheryl, okay, here we come. The calculation of the sales for new representatives. Okay, that's the Southeast Success Plan. Awesome, thank you for sharing that. Mary says continue to follow up, never quit contacting people. I like that as well. All right, well, thank you. Thanks for sharing, everybody. So now let's, let's talk about what's next for you. What's going to be coming up? Ready, set, grow, right? In the materials, we have this Plan Like a Boss worksheet. So fill out page 1 of your Plan Like a Boss worksheet, snap a picture of it, and then send it to your upline or send it to us, your coaches, whether it's Pat, Shakir, or myself. Certainly, if you don't know who your coach is, you can send it to me and we'll figure out where you live and get it out to your coach. But snap a picture and send it to us. And then continue your 5x5 outreach, contact and follow up. Stay in contact with your upline for support, and of course, celebrate your successes. And then create more opportunities for chance encounters every time you're out and about. Pat talked about starting conversations with compliments, so whatever you feel comfortable with, just create more opportunities. And then host your own Facebook party. Shakira told you about that. Download the guide. If you can't download it tonight, we'll email it out tomorrow and certainly download that. But, go ahead and try it out. It's not that scary, especially after you get one under your belt. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've not done this yet. So we want to hear about that next time, right? And then again, we are going to challenge you to add one more person or more to your team this week. So I know a lot of you may be going to RepFest, so it's sort of a shorter week, but get busy. Go ahead and promote that Share the Love incentive, the $10 appointment kit, enrollment kit. So get that out soon, and maybe by the time you get back from RepFest, you'll see more people on your team. All right, so we are going to open it up for a Q&A, and certainly you can type any questions that you have in the chat box, but I am going to open your mics in just a minute. But I think that Elaine is with us, and I'm going to unmute his mic and see if Elaine would like to say hello to the group. Elaine, are you with us? You're muted. All right, maybe Elaine has stepped away. All right, maybe he'll join us before. Oh, here he is. Hey, Elaine.
Yeah, no, how could I step away from this amazing training you 3 guys put together? That is the 3 coaches. That is outstanding. I mean, there's so many key points. When you said that aha moments tonight, I was just biting at the bits because I wanted to say I did not know that 80% of sales are made between the 5th and 12th contact. That is huge. That shows you kind of the importance of follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. We always say that, but now we have data to prove it. And then again, if we can get everybody on this training and everybody who's going to hear the replay of this, if somebody would just, whenever they're bringing somebody new into their team, if they can make it part of their process to ask that question, how much money would you like to earn, you'd like to make in the next 7 days to make this worthwhile? And then listen. And then having the formula that Shakira shared, regarding 2.5 divided by 20. This is just one way with the daily care bundle. It's easy. You can do it through Facebook. You can do it through your, you can do it through your your e-store. I mean, and then Pat just telling you the basic fundamental, between being interested or being, there's some amazing nuggets. I hope many of you are taking notes, and as we go along this journey, and let me say congratulations to, I don't know who that person was who got one of our team to bronze ambassador. You are on your way. That means you're a developer of talent. You are a developer of talent, and you make goals and dreams come true. But we have to continue because things change. We have to continue to ask our people, what is it that would make it worthwhile? How much you want to earn every 2 weeks to make it worthwhile, or 7 days? So those are some key points. Outstanding training, ladies. I mean, I got a lot of it myself. You know what I mean? Looking at all the amazing opportunities. But to close, I don't want to hijack, this part of the presentation. But one thing I want to challenge you on the line tonight. How much would you like to make in the next 2 weeks, in the next month, to make this worthwhile for you? Ask yourself that question as well. And let me say congratulations to Marie, to Pat, and Shakira for putting an outstanding training. And I look forward to the next session next Monday, because I cannot wait. Okay? Thank you for being on the call. And thank your coaches for putting such an outstanding piece together.
Thank you, Elaine. All right, so I am going to unmute your microphones. If you have a question to ask, feel free to do that. If you don't, you can go ahead and mute your phone or your microphone on your end. Okay, so the mics are open if anybody has a question, or you can type it in the chat box. I think that we covered everything pretty comprehensively, so hopefully it all made sense, and we're so excited that you guys are growing.
Can I do one more commercial, Marie?
Yes.
Yes, and don't forget, I know those of you that are traveling for RepFest, have a fantastic time, but I ask you, don't just go over there and just have fun, but get a plan for fourth quarter. What do you want to accomplish? Go to the Product Expo, look at the new things that are happening. And last but not least, just make sure that in your communities, we have Strides for Life. We're partnering with the American Cancer Society, and we are doing the Walk for Life. So within your community, that we will be having that. If you go on your Vibe, you can sign up, to be a lead, to get your group out there. And we've donated close to $1 billion in breast cancer research. So this is an opportunity, first time with a head sponsor with the American Cancer Society. Just go online and then just register to participate as well. Okay, that's it. I'm going to shut up, Marie. Sorry.
That's okay. So we had a question asked, is next Monday still on? And it is. Coaches get back from RepFest on Sunday night. I know a lot of you that are going are staying over and not returning till Monday. So no worries if you miss Monday. We will send the replay out so that you can review it at your convenience. So no problem.
I do have a question.
Yes, ma'am. Who is this?
This is Sonia.
Hi, Sonia.
Well, I'm new. I'm a new representative, and under the recent promotion for $10, I did have 2 individuals to sign up.
Congratulations.
Now, thank you. But I wasn't ready to be a leader yet because I'm still learning myself. Okay, I'm still learning myself. Yeah, so it's a little stressful. So how do you deal with that?
Well, you're going to learn together. Are your new people local to you? Are they in your area? Or are they outside of your area?
they're outside of my area. They're both in different states.
Outside of you. Okay. And do you have an upline that you work with?
Yes.
Okay, so I would encourage you to contact your upline and maybe since they're outside of your area, maybe do some virtual meetings with them. We have a format called Zoom, which is free, and you could do maybe a little, it's like a Skype kind of meetup on the computer where you can all learn the ropes together at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, that'll
Yeah,
probably.
and where do you live?
I live in Georgia.
In Georgia. Okay.
One is in Maryland and the other one is in California.
Okay. And what part of Georgia?
I live in Dallas, Georgia.
Okay. And if you would, if you'll type your email address in the chat box, I'll forward your information to the coach in that area. Her name is Sarah Carter.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't
Congratulations.
forget, congratulations. Don't forget, as they sign the contract, you have all the tools now to make sure that you help them put in the first order within their first 7 days with you. Because and ask the question. If you didn't ask the question yet, go back to them and ask that question. How much would they like to earn their first 2 weeks with you? And make sure that you give them the formula to do that, because you'll be on your way. And once again, congratulations on getting 2. That is outstanding.
Thank you.
I know just by your question tonight, don't sell yourself short. You're going to be an amazing leader.
Okay.
You are going
Thank
to be an amazing leader.
And statistics show, by the way, that representatives that start in our leadership program early in their career are more successful. So you're well on your way.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Yeah, we're here to help you. So continue to join us on Monday night, the next couple weeks. And by the time we wrap this up, you'll probably be a bronze ambassador and be able to get right into our coaching program, which will help you even more.
Thank you. Yeah, I look forward.
You're welcome. Okay, any other questions?
I have 2 questions. This is Rosemary.
Hi, Rosemary.
Hi. I've been sending Shakira all my answers because for some reason I couldn't get past the beginning. I couldn't see anything on the screen, so I finally got in. My first question is, actually 3. Where is the information for the Facebook group, Facebook training parties again?
So are you watching this from a computer or from a device?
No, it was a computer. I literally just got in.
Okay, so you'll
hear it, but I couldn't see anything.
You'll see it where on your little toolbar it says materials, and then in parentheses it says 3.
On the very top.
Your screen probably looks different than mine, so I'm not quite sure.
Does.
Yeah, so it says materials. But look, if you cannot find it, we're going to keep this link open for a few more minutes after we wrap up. But I will be emailing the replay along with all the materials tomorrow, so it'll be attached to the email. So if you don't see it here to download tonight, then you can go ahead and just check your email tomorrow.
Okay, that'd be great because, like I said, I'm having a darndest time with this.
Not a problem.
Okay. Very rare. It's very weird.
Question 1. Question 2.
The other question is, are you gonna do like a mock Facebook group where people can know what to do, or is that all in the information in the material?
It's all in that Facebook guide. We have been having representatives ask, I know I have, and maybe after, when things settle down for us, which probably won't be until after the American Cancer Society Making Strides walks in October, but maybe we'll plan to do a session just to teach you how to do a Facebook party. I know a lot of people have been asking. So stay tuned, and I think the timing might be right, the end of October, beginning of November, to be able to teach you how to do that, so you can have some really great parties, during the good heavy buying season, around the holidays. So stay tuned for that.
Okay.
We'll talk about that.
All right. And
Lydia says that would be great. that would be
great. That would be fantastic. As I like to say, fantabulistic. I have been getting a lot of people contacting me, but unfortunately, there are representatives that need help get their business started, and they just signed up with the whole incentive. So I've been posting on incentives, but that's all I get. So yeah.
So are you saying that they have signed up, or they are thinking about it?
No, they signed up with someone else already.
Oh, they signed up with somebody else.
Yeah. Well, can you help me? Well,
no,
you need to contact the person that signed you up.
Right. Yeah, they need to contact whoever they were appointed to, you know, whoever they were linked to. But look, I mean, we are one team. You know, I would recommend empowering them to find their answers. And customer service, by the way, is always a good referral as well.
I did send them to their beginner's guide that they get in their kit, which is a great resource. But I'm kind of backtracking a little bit of what was said through the seminar. Like I said, I couldn't see, but I could definitely hear. One of the things that I do, and this might help some people for getting leads, is I talk to everyone. Literally, I talk to everyone. I just had a person deliver some pizza to me, and I asked them about, you know, the opportunity of having extra income or making more money than what they're doing there. And the one thing I did was make sure I had their phone number so we could follow up. So they're not getting off till 9 o'clock tonight. So once I'm done with this call, even though I'm working right now, I'm going to contact them to hit them up to possibly get them on our team. So that's a little food for thought for anybody that's afraid of talking to people.
Right. And I shared recently at a meeting that I follow a young man who's in a different network marketing company, but one of the things that he said is that you have to turn over a lot of rocks to find a few diamonds. So, you know, we have to talk to a lot of people. We have to talk to a lot of people to find, you know, we have to find good customers and good team members. So, and that's what you're doing. So it's just starting in the conversation, like Pat was talking about, the chance encounters and just having the conversational selling certainly is going to grow your business. So congratulations. Good job.
And if nothing else, if you don't have books, ladies and gentlemen, carry business cards, carry something, and try to have your phone. If you don't have something to write with, get that phone out, get their name and number, if nothing else, and then follow up. So that's definitely true.
Perfect. And Elaine said it, the fortune's in the follow-up.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, thank you. Thanks for those questions.
Hey, Marie, it's Pat. And as I was sitting here listening, hi, everyone, I was sitting here listening and I'm thinking, I had an aha moment. You know what we didn't mention, and I think it's so important? Avon University. The person saying she has people outside of her state on your Avon.com. Direct them to Avon U. There are so many nice little tidbits and nice little things that they can learn how to start this business. Beautifully done. Plus all of our webinars that we're offering. Plus every week there are weekly webinars for new people starting. So all of that can be found on your Avon.com. So that's something to share with all of your new people too, and everyone can learn together. So yes, Avon U.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pat. All right. Any other questions? Okay, well, we definitely went over we've been wanting to try to keep these to 45 minutes, which I think we did, and we've just had some really great questions from you guys. So thank you a bunch. So we're going to go ahead and keep this link open for just a few more minutes for you to download any of those documents. But no worries, we will send you the recording